thing that makes me happy and joyous whenever I walk into class, the thing that made me tear up at the end of my first class at Hunter, is that sitting in front of you in these classes is New York. New York with all its diversity, New York with all its struggles. There's first-generation students, there's immigrant students, there's minoritized students. There are students from all different kinds of backgrounds.
In my classroom of 25 students beginning to learn German, there are so many languages already represented in that room that we can compare and contrast and make connections.
It is the diversity of ideas and outlook and religion and philosophical thinking, attitudes.
Before I taught at Hunter, I taught at less diverse institutions. And that's not to say that it was easy to teach there, but I sort of knew where the conversations were going, especially if we would discuss difficult topics. And here I never know, which is good.
Willing to listen to others, which is also very unique in this world today. They're willing to actually listen to others who they might not agree with and still feel confident enough to voice their own opinion.
What I love about teaching here is how hungry the students are to really talk, to really open up about these deep things.
People are able to hear different ideas, even ideas that challenge their own basic assumptions about themselves, about their society, about their role in society.
My students were raising their hands and asking questions from the very beginning. And these weren't surface level questions, these were deep thinking questions. And I had other students addressing those questions, and we had a whole discussion, even though this wasn't a giant lecture hall.
Students are not just learning from me, and they're not just learning from the text that they're reading, but they start learning from one another. And that really flips the classroom, right? Where students become the teachers and I become a facilitator.
So I learned from my students.
Our students are hungry and ready to be part of a change in the world. They work so hard. They care so much about their community. They're engaged. They're fearless.
Hunter students are really exceptional.
And so often my students teach me, and I love that too. And so we really engage in this dialogue, right? It's not as much a lecture as much as it is a conversation.
I kind of wanted to highlight childcare. My mother went to Hunter, and I was in the first class here in the child care center. So I've been a big advocate of us keeping the child care center, keeping it subsidized.
Hunter College is one of the very few affordable schools in New York that allows you to do cutting-edge science as a part of your undergrad research experience.
Yeah, Hunter College is the heartbeat of this city. You get on the subway, you get off the subway, and here you are in the middle of where everything is happening.
I think research is obviously really important to the broader scientific community, but also within our institutions and within our communities, being able to embed research in our pedagogy so that students have an opportunity to learn through doing research. I think that's really important and really exciting and something that Hunter really supports.
And I think of all the cities, New York is special for a variety of reasons. One of them is that we have CUNY.